God, always. So, my name is Joseph, and this is my channel, Dreaming Reality with God and music. Makes for a better experience. Today, the sirens still play. You hear 'em? I do. Loud and clear. So today, it's August 1st, 2021. I'm here in the States, united once upon a time, not so much these days. In fact, when the going gets tough, very few lend their hand, while most, well, they make use of their hand and their want for more. You know, more. Give me more. I want more. Now the reason it's on my mind is the world. Everything that's going on in the world. And it's got me thinking, why is it that when the going gets tough, when things become more difficult, harder, that the opposite happens of at least what I imagine happening, and that's that you come together and you work together and you make it easier by doing that for all parties involved. But that's not what happens in this world. When problems arise, the opposite happens. Take, for instance, the cost of surviving, living, goes up. The food goes up, the power bill goes up, your internet bill goes up, your rent goes up. Amidst all these problems that are going on, it's not like it's difficult enough. So it's like the opposite takes place of what you, at least I, imagine. So I may not turn my camera on. Last night's stream, I think, could have been better, but then again, maybe it was just the way it was supposed to be, but it's clearly got me thinking. So just to put it out there from the get-go, I'm talking to myself. So for all those that feel that, I have already expressed that to you. I mean, don't we all talk to ourselves? This for me is, I put this out there for the record. It's my record, my testimony. I've tried to make that clear at some point here, maybe even in my description. I mentioned that. Anyway, moving on. I like to ramble. It's a part of how I am. My style, I guess. If you would hang out with me and just kind of ramble. A rambling conversation. A menagerie of thoughts. One to the next. And somehow they were all oddly connected. From one end of an extreme to the other. I believe. I breathe. I dream. I know. I don't know of any other way. Well, I'm trying to express a realization for me. It's not exclusive. Nonetheless, it's there, it exists, and I am now there. I'm touching it, so to speak. This realization that we, if you must, are not alone. Take that for whatever, however you want. We're not alone. We never have been alone. You think this is just happening and it just happened? There is an intelligence. Call it an intelligence. Start with an intelligence. And it's here, right now. Stop looking for it, because you're not going to see it if you're looking for it. Now already your mind is saying it doesn't exist because you've never seen it, so how could it have always been there? So your mind is rationalizing from the get-go that that's enough to put it in the realm of it never was there. I am here right now to say there is an intelligence. It's here It's smart. Very, very smart. It's funny. Witty. Creative. Feeling. Sadness. Overwhelming. Sadness. Okay. There's a reason. There's a reason why we need to wake up, stand up, speak up, rise up. So much is happening right now. There's a reason why there is a rise in the UFO phenomena, UAP, whatever you want to call it. Like, there's multiple players going on right now, especially for those looking, not seeing. There is a reason why there is a rise, and it's there every day. Oh my. All you gotta do is look. Spend your time. Just do a few minutes, an hour, however much time you can. Give up. Do a search. Use YouTube. Change the filters so that you're just seeing the most current down. And you're going to see UFO stuff. Some of it's not going to be wow. Like I said, there's a lot of players going on in this game we're all playing. You're gonna see some footage that what is it? What is it? Okay, now think about this. Why would there be a rise? Okay. Now, are we just going to continue to see a rise, or maybe kind of peak off at some point? It's just so regular every day, and then till the end of time, that's all we're going to get? No. No. There is a reason why it's happening more often. All over the world. This isn't conspiracy nut stuff. This is all you gotta do is look. Spend some of your time. Do a quick search. UFO. One word. Enter. Change a filter. Enter. It's rising. And I don't think it's rising because it's just going to be Another sighting? Okay, yeah, big deal. So what? No. At some point there's going to be interaction. I think, I believe, I know, I breathe, I feel that this interaction is already occurring. It has been occurring. From the first breath I took, here, in this moment, this time and space, we all did. So, some kind of interaction, contact, if you will. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Now, who would they contact? Who will they contact? Have they already contacted someone? What do you think? I resonate with, if you were to have a personal stance, my stance would be there is no contact with anybody, in the sense that the contact takes place here and now, in the open, because I do plunge onward, move onward with the premise that this intelligence is already in contact with each and every one of this. And I know this is incredible and outrageous, but you know what? It's easy for me to be here and speak about this right now more than in any other time, I feel. The world is upside down. I don't feel like I need to say anything more. You're here right now, living it right alongside me. You know, I know, we all know. This intelligence is already in touch with you, all of you, right now, yesterday, tomorrow. It will never leave you, ever. It can't. It's how connected we are, how connected everything is. We're killing ourselves, you and I, each other, we are. Go on for hours and hours, and all the ways that this happens, plays out here on Earth, Mother Earth. There are a multitude of birth, choosing this time that we're all in, all comes down to a choice. We're all making it. We're all choosing our path. I do feel there will be contact on a level that people have, that expectation of something that you can see. Once you see it, then you're beyond the looking, and yeah, I think that's coming. So I guess my thoughts are, who do you think this intelligence is going to choose? I, for one, I don't think there's a politician anywhere in the world, I think, that's worthy of such a venture. That's just me. You know, I'm willing to debate it with anybody. Nope. Excuse me. Got distracted there for a moment. Anyway, let me get back to my thoughts for this stream, which is this intelligence that's here. I resonate with God. I have no issues. It is God. It's far more complex in its thinking than any human. And that in itself qualifies for what I imagine God. God is everything, comprehending everything. And what comprehending all that means, it's just on and on. Never ends. There is no end. Why would you be looking for the end? What do you do after the end? Nothing. It's the end. Same thing goes with perfect. Look at it from the other side. Replies. Perfect. What do you do after you reach perfect? Please comment down below. I'm here to amuse, I've been told. I appreciate everything. I don't always agree with everything. Sometimes I even feel a hatred of things. But I always come around. I mellow out. I chill out. I use my mind to think about things and put things into perspective, into place, instead of the chaos that I've allowed to happen. And I realize, how many times in your life have you come to a point where you were mad or angry or whatever, and things happen, the opposite. In the end, they turn out the opposite of the way you imagined them being. And all that time you spent your energy wasted, and even doing harm in the process because of of the negative nature of the thoughts. Anyway, just something to think about. So what do you think when the going gets tough? What do you do? I mean, I feel like I know what a lot of people would say, but I'm one of those people. But then at the same time, I'm seeing how everything plays out in reality, and so it's like a contradiction of what I'm feeling and thinking and agreeing with, because I see people's hands out there, but it's not to lend a hand, it's to give me a part of you, put it in my hand. I need to be more and you need to be less. I mean, that's how it works, this whole money transaction thing we have currently going. Once upon a time it was a little bit more simple. Not so complex. Money is a weird thing for me. I don't yearn for it. Once upon a time I did, when I was very young. I wanted the mansion and all that. I just want money. It didn't last long for me. I woke up, I suppose, and realized that that's not what I wanted. Money. That wasn't gonna fulfill me. It wasn't my dream. A dream I've been carrying with me, I feel my whole life. As long far back as I can remember thinking. Again, I'm going to echo back real quick to who do you think this intelligence would make contact with in such a way that it was meant to become the word public, a public happening? How do you, or who can you picture, imagine who that person or persons would be? Is it going to be people in the military, people in government, people in the churches? I don't think it's going to be any of those people myself. I've tried to think about this very logically. I have spent a considerable amount of time in thought, talking to myself. Don't we all? Trying to figure out answers. I see this intelligence as coming to the common man, human. Your everyday Joe. I think that's pretty good vernacular to describe the type of person Because, first of all, such an event is meant to be simple, not complex, not meant to shock, scare. Needs to be personable. Right now there's too many feelings about the government, the military, even the church right now. So I see the simple human. There's no complex agenda other than that of trying to create a sustainable existence. Another day. There's no agenda. There's no conquest of domination. Life is about all of us, every one of us. Otherwise, you would not, I would not, we would not be here. There would only be one. Why? I mean, because that's just simple. What? You're not going to compete against yourself, are you? Last night I got the no data. It's back. Last night I wanted and put emphasis on God, and that few, by choice, everything's by choice. Few see God. Most are looking for God. And that applies to all those that are waiting for God, a return. God's coming back. Jesus is coming back. And I'm not saying this to discourage from the thought that many share, other than to explore that thought and some of the possible implications of how that thought can play out. Most are looking. They're waiting, and they're looking while they're waiting. Few see. We all can be seen right now. And it can happen in the snap of a finger, beat of a heart. That's how powerful the thought is. Right now, this world, what's going on, it's scary. It is. It's the uncertainty is building. It's mounting. Because things are upside down. You can't talk about the truth. You face being censored. If you speak about truth, it's not a truth that is approved and stamped. There is no more new thought, new thinking allowed. And that's a fact. Even if they say you can't even say that, I wouldn't care, because it is what it is. It's the truth. It's happening right now. There is an agenda that's taking place. Why is the border of this country, the United States, down on the southern border of the country? Why? First of all, it makes no sense. It's not even something one should be thinking about. Not under the current state of affairs. And we're far from being at a state where borders should be coming down. I'm not against bringing down borders. No. But there's a time and a place, and we're not at that point. Yet, here we are. And the borders are down. That's just one thing. There's so much going on. And you can only put so much air into a balloon. I see all these things culminating, and because we're not dealing with them really, any of them, and they're just building, and eventually it's gonna pop. That's what balloons do. How can I not see that? Imagine that. Think about that. Given what's going on in the world. So I think I will turn the camera on. Talk to myself. I guess I have the camera on just so that you know it's a real person. I'm a real person. And I'm here. I do these live, and then it just it'll play back. I guess maybe that person last night, Wallace, was it? I was talking to myself because there's nobody really watching. It's not like I'm advertising. I'm here. It's just easier to just do it live. My thoughts. I'm not writing a script or anything. Spend some time, and then it will play back. So let me go ahead and turn my camera on. Hello. Let me go ahead and take this off. Yeah. I am a real human. I'm a male. Born male. And I will depart this world as a male. Physically. Now if you want to talk mentally, I imagine myself beyond male or female. I don't want to be either, really. And every day, that's all the crap that goes on leads me to that direction. But I'm willing to talk about my thoughts on that. I'm open for discussion. So, let me get back to this intelligence. And the UFO, the rise in the UFOs. It's clear that it's happening. The government is saying it. I know that people were expecting a lot. I didn't. I don't expect anything from the government, really, when it comes to the phenomena. If anything, I think they're going to, if not already, feel left out. Because there is no contact. I don't sense a contact. And if it is, I would question it. I would question any intelligence that's in touch with our governments and condones the secrecy, keeping it from the society, the world. This is a world event. There's a lot of that going on right now. That's why I don't believe in coincidence. Not right now. Maybe it's coincidence is like one of the, like, comes and goes, gets stronger and weaker, and right now we're in a strong. There is no coincidence. Everything seems so connected. It does. For me, it does. I'd like to say that I'm speaking for you. You feel the same way. We all feel the same way, but you can't. You're you and I'm me. I could change gears here, go off on a tangent, and just out of the blue, sports. How about talk about some sports? I think the only interest I have in sports at this time is the women's Olympics weightlifting. I am eager to see the outcome. Because I think it's a farce. It makes no sense. But I don't even want to go down that road all the way. I'll let you finish it if you so choose. Look it up. Women's weightlifting in the Olympics. Yeah. That's why I say I can sit here right now, dreaming reality with God, and having a conversation about an intelligence that is here right now. It's always been here. It's never leaving. It doesn't come and go. It's here. It was here long before any of us were here. If you want to look at it from a time point of view, this intelligence is beyond time. It's beyond the physical. I think this explains, it should help in explaining why you don't see and haven't been seeing this interaction with this intelligence. It's another world. How do you bring another world into this world? What becomes of this world when you bring another world in? That's why I stand firm with you're not going to see landings on any lawns, least of all a White House lawn. They take the aliens and throw them in a jail cell for insurgency against the Capitol. Am I wrong? Hey, I try to make light of this. Catch me here again, same time next week. I hope to provide the same chuckle or two. It's crazy. Everything. Again, I feel that gives me the license to talk about this kind of stuff that ordinarily I wouldn't. Because I'm not stupid. I know how people are, how they live the life they live. I don't blame anybody for being where they're at. We're not told the truth. Or we're told the truth about very little. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. We're told the truth about very little. And it seems to have worked. There's just enough truth that it's not enough to open the door completely so that you can see all the other truth that's out there. That's changing. That's clearly changing. And this UFO thing, if anything, the government's a little nervous as to why. Why are there more and more sightings going on? Can't deny it. So they're going to use the invasion of it's evil, aliens, whatever. They're going to try to put that. I can see that. Again, it's like a jealousy thing. How dare they not come to us? Because I really feel it's coming. All this rising up in so many things that's occurring. The government is not going to like it. Obviously, we've already been conditioned for that. They come in and immediately, if aliens landed in your downtown center, a ship landed, or they say it crashed, whatever, just, and there's beings, the government's going to quickly show up. It somehow is going to take control and take it away. And they would come up with reasons why you can't see it. For your safety, right? They're just looking out after you. Anyway, I see this intelligence. It's going to take the next step, so to speak, as far as contact is concerned. There's going to be some sort of element to it involving people, just regular people. Okay? It's not complex. There's no agendas. These are just people that represent everybody. And somehow, some way, it's undeniable. Okay, this is happening. Why do I feel this? Because it's already happening from my perspective. My life, the things that go on in it every day from moment to moment, more and more I see how everything is so connected. A conversation throughout the day that I know for many would say it's all in your head. You're making it all up in your head, that none of it exists. And I am here to say to you, for you, that's the truth. Undeniably, I am with you in that regard. For you, it does not exist. But I will be clear in saying that you cannot be there and state to another that they have to be anything. Anything. Just that simple. You don't have that. It's not how it works. It's unnatural to give yourself that kind of power, control over another. For you, that's true. For another, whatever it is they may allow to be, it's just as true as the first guy, or the next guy, or gal, on and on. I want to get into what's going on. Spend some time in this stream, because that siren is playing. That flag you see waving behind me is upside down for a reason. Because the country I live in is under attack. It is. And the things that are going on in this country that don't make any sense, they do begin to make sense when I began to play out the possibility that this country's already been taken over on some level, on a level that's allowing for decisions to be made that are just they're mind-boggling. They make no sense. The only time I could understand why all of these things are happening is when I plug into the equation that I have is the variable that this can I even say it? This is how nerve-wracking all this is. We've been taken over. This country is in duress. That's why I have my flag on, upside down, wearing the t-shirt, Save America. Flag Code, Title 4, Chapter 1. I'm not breaking any law. I'm not disrespecting that flag. I'm making it very clear. I'm announcing to everyone that we're in trouble. This is real. I'm not the only one flying their flag upside down. Many of us are, because we see what's happening. There's a war. And we're in it. It's happening right now, and it's being fought on every level imaginable and then some. Some you don't want to imagine. I promised I would come back yesterday, that I would come here again today. I want to be a little bit more focused. I know, again, it's crazy. I can't deny the things that happen in my life just continue to tell me, don't stop believing. I feel so connected with life. And I know it's on a level that not many, they even, and all you gotta do is just think. It's a thought that just kind of finds you nestled into this other thought that's beyond thought. This intelligence, for me, I feel has been with me my whole life. And I recognized it very early on. It's why I'm strange. People that know me would call me odd. I'm different. Not in a bad way. But I'm odd and I'm different. Because the things I talk about, the things I express, the things I feel, it's more like I'm an observer here on earth than I am a participant. And part of me, I think, is I fight that system because I don't want to participate in the system that I see, that I'm aware of, because I don't see how it's going anywhere, because it isn't. And participating in it isn't going to change it. And I want to clearly change it. How? Now that's the big question. Still looking, right? I think it's very important. And I know people that may hear me in my thoughts when I'm talking about God, especially so few see God, while many are looking. And then I start talking about all the people that are waiting for Jesus to return, and then they're thinking that I'm judging them. I'm not judging anybody. For one, as far as judgment goes, I've made this my observation in previous streams that judgment is an ongoing process. Once life gets to a certain point, which we clearly are at or are in, where judgment plays a part in your life, in the life you will live, there's no particular time, an ending point, I guess, to judgment, like a judgment day. Judgment is an ongoing process. It's forever. We are all always living in that state of judgment. Right? I believe so. I clearly it's what governs your next move. You're taking in every moment and making a judgment. There's a judgment that's taking place. I guess I'm expanding on that idea, that principle, that thought, that it's happening on a grander scale, spiritual, I guess. I can sense that I'm going to start to ramble now. So I'm going to wind this stream down. Tried to be mellow. I got a lot in me, frustration. That's crazy right now. It's amazing that how Americans are becoming. Their values, they're just like flip-flopping. It makes no sense. And it just makes me think that those people that are flip-flopping like that, they never were good to begin with. So in a sense, this is like a good thing, I suppose, because we're now knowing who's who, right? And they're about to make it even more obvious and real if they get their way. When it comes to this whole medical what do you call it? It's medical. It's all a lie. It's built on lies. I say that because there's truth that's not being allowed. It's being censored. Okay? You got a government that's telling you go out and burn, pillage, and loot. It's okay, but you can't come to the government capital to say, hey, wait a minute. We think we want you to hear us. And then they take a handful of rowdies in comparison to the whole and mark the whole guilty. You know, frick you. Okay? I have to say it, frick you. Because it needs to be said. You know, we all know what's going on right now. Right and wrong is real simple. Real simple. And you know right and wrong fairly early on. You do. Granted, it does help to have parents that are there to inspire one early on, but even without, it doesn't take forever to come to an understanding within oneself what is right and what is wrong. It's going to get interesting. telling you, this intelligence is here. I'm totally content with God, and it's intelligent. I see it as a friend. I feel like I'm developing a relationship. There is a conversation that's taking place, as bizarre as that may sound. And I'm not going to get up here and give out an agenda. There's a plan. You must do this. They told me this, and now I have to tell you. It's not. None of that. This intelligence is here. It's always been here. It's aware of everything that has taken place on this planet, beyond a level you can't even begin, or maybe you don't want to understand. Everything. Every time you sneezed, every time you blinked your eye, every thought you thought isn't just lost. It was observed, and in that sense it was noted. However, you can grasp or grapple with all of this. Everything has been recorded, so to speak. Just like we do now. Everything's being recorded. It's no different. Just on the scale of the data collecting that it goes on. This is an intelligence that's everything. Now I guess the big question I think I'll leave one with in this stream is it artificial? Because that's the big question, one of the big questions. Is it AI? Is this a simulation? What is real? Reality. Maybe I'm cheating because I've just come to embrace that I'm dreaming reality. So I guess you could call that AI simulation. Because in a simulation, anything's possible. I don't think that it matters, really, if it's a simulation or not. I don't think the end goal changes. Whether it were real or a simulation, for me, I'm reaching for something, and it'd be the same thing in either. Yeah. I hope everybody's well and smiling, at least sometimes. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get way crazy. This is nothing. This is gonna be like the good old days. Remember back in the good old days? When it was like this, how it is now. And I think it's coming quick. Anyway, thank you for coming. I hope I amused you at some point. I hope I talked to you at some point. Not talk to you. I like to see that I'm talking with you. I don't talk to you. I talk with you. That's something I do take extra effort in my thinking when I'm interacting with others. How I phrase the interaction. Not to, with. Like I'm dreaming reality with God. Anyway, thanks again. See you next time.